And today on Manaw at the Table, I'm absolutely delighted to be joined by Roisin Considine, all the way from Liscannor, County Clare. She's a physiotherapist, she's captain of the Liscannor Ladies Club, and also a county player. Roisin, welcome.
Thanks, Martina. Thanks for having me.
Oh, I'm delighted to have you. I have to ask, have you recovered from your trip to Boston?
Just about. It took nearly a full month to recover, but
Oh my goodness!
happy.
Oh no,
Mm.
it was absolutely fantastic. So maybe Roisin, we'll start with the visit to Boston, and then we'll work our way backwards. But talk to me a little bit about when the club received the invitation from the cultural centre. Talk to us a little bit about
Um,
that.
I think straight away once we received it, everyone put their hands up to go. There was no one that didn't want to go, and it was all we talked about from the minute we were going until the minute we got on the plane. Whenever you'd meet anyone that was going, it was like, "Are you all set for Boston?" And what have you got everything ready? And even not just the players, people in the community knew we were going, and it was really exciting for just to have something to talk about that was good news and something to look forward to. I suppose especially for the younger girls on the team is we're older, obviously we've travelled a bit, but the younger girls to travel with the whole team and the senior players is very exciting for them. So I'd like to actually thank yourself for inviting us and Eileen for all the work you did to organise it and help with the schedules and the planning. So thanks.
Oh, you're so. I mean, we were thrilled to have you, Roisin, the management, all the family and friends that travelled with you, and of course the players. But I think you touched on it there about the good news and the excitement. I mean, there was excitement on both sides of the Atlantic. I mean, we were equally as thrilled here. I know the cultural centre were just so delighted to host you, and I think it really shone a light too on that transatlantic relationship and for ladies football.
Yeah, definitely. I think I've learned from when I travelled and I lived in London for 2 years how important ladies football is and the Irish community, because they become your family when you go abroad. I really wouldn't have settled in London without Gaelic football and the Irish community. And it really makes you realise how much Irish people care about each other and look after each other when we go abroad. So I
Yeah,
think it's really important that we do create connections with people in different countries because it
right.
opens doors for girls going on J1s and
Yeah.
creates opportunities.
Oh no, it doesn't. It's interesting you talk about that, Roisin, and then we'll get back to the big game when you were in Boston too. But I just came back from Ireland, and the DFA, the Department of Foreign Affairs, launched the new diaspora strategy, and there was lots of talk about the GAA, about community connection. So you really have hit on it. I mean, the GAA, it is a real connector for people all over the world.
Yeah, it is. You have friends for life because of it, and um, yeah, it really is, and not just London, it's America. You've got Australia. You see so many Irish people out there now playing GAA.
Right, right. No, exactly, no, for sure. So then, Roisin, so you get on that plane in Shannon, you get off in Logan. You had a jam-packed week while you were here.
Yeah, for sure. It was really nice too because there was um lots going on there. We got to do dock tour of the city down the River Charles. We got to go to Fenway Park, and that was really special when they had the up on the sign, it was welcome Liscannor Ladies. That was really special. And we got to walk around the city. Some of us went to watch the Boston Celtics. Um, and it was also really nice because there was no pressure. Like you still had loads of time to relax and do things that you wanted to do. But there was still loads planned, and we really got to explore the whole city, and it didn't feel rushed.
Good. And then, not alone, which I thought about the group was, you brought your culture here, you brought your sports, you brought your obviously your the Irish music, but then you were able
Yeah.
to, you know, explore the culture here, as you said, you know, the Fenway Park, the Duck Tour, you know, some of you went out to Harvard, went to Boston
Mm.
College, you know, the JFK Library, you know, names and locations that are, you know, have strong meaning to a lot of the Irish here and at home.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like the library was amazing. I think girls were shocked too. Like it was really, we don't have that here, so it was um and even yeah, to walk around Harvard, you'd see Harvard in the movies and online. Yeah, it was lovely.
And Roisin, I mean, it was great for the Clare diaspora here when you were over. I mean, they came out in force to support you.
Yeah, we had a great night at the Druid pub in Cambridge. It's run by Mikey Crawford from An Assignment.
A very
Uh,
proud North Clare man.
yeah, there was great music from that he organized, and the girls on the team played music. It was a great night. He really looked after us. Also, Olivia McMahon Regan, she had us over at her house for a night. I don't know how she fit us all in the house, but she put on a great spread for us, Irish food. It was lovely.
Yeah.
And there, we also had another connection, Brendan Horty. Um, he's connections are from Liscannor, and he brought us out to the Celtics game. So yeah, I would like to thank them for everything.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was great, Roisin, and I think, you know, it's all about, you know, you talked about it earlier. It was that community, and we were as excited here as they were back in Liscannor about your trip.
Yeah, yeah, no, it was. Yeah, they did all they could for us. I don't think they could. You could. All of you could have done any more. So
Well, we hope you'll come back.
yeah. Oh, we will.
Ah, maybe give us a chance here to recover
Yeah.
too.
The next generation.
The young generation. Then I suppose, as you said earlier too, Roisin, for the younger people to be able to experience that, for the young girls.
Yeah, definitely. Just to show them that there's a lot more going on and what opportunities are available and are out there. And they've connections now for life if they ever want to travel.
Exactly. Oh no, exactly. And then Roisin, talk then about the day, you know, the day of the tournament, you know, at the cultural centre. Talk us through maybe some of the emotions you were feeling, you know, playing and representing your club in Boston. And I also want to mention that the Liscannor Ladies were the first County Clare team to visit the cultural centre, but also the first ladies team out of Munster. So that's something you should be very proud of.
Yeah, it was really special. We kind of felt like celebrities in a way when we got there. 'Cause yeah, when we got there, and like even the music before and the bagpipe, the band, that was unreal because you don't get to see that up so close generally in ladies football. Yeah, it was lovely. Like even to see the facilities that you have out there. There was three pitches, isn't there, in the
Four pitches.
four?
There's
Yeah,
three at the
and
front and then the one at the back.
oh yeah, the one at the back. And the stand and everything. It was different. You have a name for that? It wasn't, do you know the stand? Isn't there a name for it on the main pitch? Is it
Oh,
the bleachers or
oh, okay, yeah, the bleachers.
yeah. Just to see that because you see it on movies. Um and even like the tent and the night after, we don't really have that in Ireland, um, having a bar and restaurant at your club. But I think it's really important that you don't just go home after you play a match, you sit down and you get to know each other. So I think that's really lovely to have that there. And there was great music. We got to meet all the Connemara gang that were out there. And also we had family over there who came to watch, and so did other girls. So it was special getting to play in front of them.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, it was a huge honor for us at the cultural centre, and I'm glad you know ye felt, the same emotion as we did on the day. And then I think it was lovely how everybody, mixed, people that came to see the games, as you mentioned, the Connemara people. And I mean, it was such a great display, really, of culture, the games and the Irish music.
Yeah. Yeah, and like we have videos of the girls dancing and playing music, and they're lovely to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Me- Yeah, no, they're memories
Yeah.
forever, Roisin.
Mhm.
And tell me then I mean, I was there that day on the field. Tell me now how you felt when, that the final, when, you were there and the cup was being presented to Liscannor Ladies.
Yeah, I was very proud, and honored. Uh, even though it was for fun, we were out there. We're like, we want to win this.
Oh,
We
I
want to
think it
represent
was the fun I
Clare.
was there. This cup has to go back to Liscannor.
Yeah, exactly. And we wanted something to drink out of after. But and in the for the first few minutes, Galway team really put it up to us, and we were kind of a bit shocked. I think we found our feet, but it was a tough game. But even though we won by a lot, it was a tough game, and it was a relief then when we won it.
Well,
But
they were in it to win it, I can tell you too,
yeah,
Galway. Or,
yeah.
or Carnacashel.
Yeah, but it was lovely, and like there was a great display of football for some of the Irish American girls on
Yeah.
the Boston Shamrocks and the Gales team. There were some really good displays, so it was nice to see that there's good development over there.
Oh, no, there is, I'm sure you've chatted with Eileen from the Boston Shamrocks, and they're working very hard, to have the American-born children play GA and encourage them to play.
Mm. Yeah, it really showed there was some girls well able. Yeah.
Yeah, no, and it was also great for the American girls to meet yourself and your teammates, to have a visiting team from Ireland.
Hmm. Yeah. So.
Yeah, so
Mm.
good, and the cup went back to the banner, so it all
Yeah.
worked out. So, Roisin, we'll shift gears a little bit. So, you grew up in Liscannor on a farm. So, talk to us a little bit about that and how you got into football.
Yeah, Liscannor is a small village, and other other than the sea and Gaelic football, there's not a whole lot else for young people to do, I suppose. So I was born into a family who are very football driven. My father and mother played, all my siblings play. But I'm very lucky that when I was young growing up, I was surrounded by some very, very good people who really encouraged me and supported me along the way. And I stuck with it. A lot of girls drop out of Gaelic football early. So yeah, it's one of those things in Liscannor that it's a big part of the community. They're your best friends. Our team, we're all best friends. And I think it's lovely when you go away, you come back, you merge back into the team. Everyone is still gets on so well, and they're your friends when you come home. So I'm really grateful that I was brought up playing Gaelic football. Yeah.
Oh,
Um.
and then I think for a little while you were, I think, cross country. Were you a cross country runner?
Yeah. When I was younger, I competed in cross country, and I loved that because you're winning medals, and um I was lucky to have very good coaches here in Clare, James Sexton and Sue Garrahy. And I always regret that I never really stuck with it. But as I got older, I liked being part of a team, and that's when Gaelic football kind of took over. And as you get a bit older, you can't. It's hard to do everything. So I ended up staying with playing for Clare and Liscannor.
And so you like that camaraderie and that community spirit.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. And then, Roisin, talk to us a little bit then about you went off to college and you're a physiotherapist by training. So do you feel your love of football and that, did you think that was did that direct you into physical therapy a little bit?
yeah. Definitely. My older sister has been very unlucky with knee injuries, so I would have seen her growing up and seen how much it can affect someone when they're not able to play the sport that they love to play. I got really interested into that. I first studied anatomy and I loved it. I found it really interesting, and that then directed me to go and study physiotherapy. And it's really beneficial now. I know how to mind my body, and I know when I need to rest and what I do need to do in the gym to prepare for training. I'm lucky to have the knowledge of physiotherapy behind me.
Okay, and I mean, and then I'm sure it's good to listen to your body, that it's not just, if you need to rest, you need to rest.
Yeah, when I was younger, I was probably a lot more stubborn and I didn't have the knowledge. And, when your parents will be telling you need to rest, you think you know a lot more than they do. Um, yeah, I'm very
But
lucky that
I suppose too, Roisin, isn't that a little bit of the kind of the Irish spirit and the resilience, kind of muster through it no matter what, which is not always a good thing.
yeah, probably stubbornness, yeah.
Ah, and then when I was doing a little bit of research for today, you went to London and did your masters, and then you commuted back and forth. My goodness, that was quite an
Yeah.
effort for your club.
Yeah, yeah, it was at the time. I didn't take too much notice because you're just busy, you're going. But looking back, I don't know how I did it. Um, but I loved it, and I really wanted to play with them. And in fairness, it worked, and it showed that it's possible that you can do it. You can balance both if you have the right support. I was lucky; my manager at the time was very support. Um, and he helped me like make it happen. Um, it was kind of special because when you're away, you get to come back and represent your family and your club. I suppose that was probably a big draw for me. It
Right.
was
Yeah, and I suppose yeah, and then that goes back to, I think you were talking about earlier, Roshan, that sense of connection, and then I think we have a different relationship than when we're away. But I mean, what being Irish means. So did that factor in a little bit?
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. You miss that when you go away, so you're drawn to it. Like when I was homesick, anytime I go to training in London, I was happy again. It took all that away from me. And then when you'd fly home, there was something special about it. Kind of it reminded you of what the GA is about and what home is about and how lucky we are to where we've grown up.
Right.
Um,
And probably made you, no more than any of us that's away, when we go home, probably, makes you appreciate home all that much more.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah,
And then your club in London, you had some success with them,
yeah,
right? Some good success.
yeah, yeah. We had a great year. It was the first year the club won a London senior county final, and then we won the All Britain that year. Yeah, it was amazing. And then when you win in London, you enter the All Ireland Championship. So a team from Cork came over and played against us in the All Ireland quarter final. And if we were to beat them, we would have gone to Ireland to play the All Ireland semi final. So you have that connection too. And my family came over to the match, to the finals, and to that match. So that was special.
I'm sure
Yeah.
they were very, very proud.
Yeah, they enjoyed themselves.
Like
Yeah.
you're a good chairperson, right?
Yeah.
And then Roisin, talk to us then about, you've had some, great wins in Liscannor, and you've had some, losses, some games, pretty close. So talk to us, I mean, a little bit about, some of the recent wins Liscannor has had.
Yeah, I I guess we're a small club, as you know yourself,
Yes.
but we're lucky that we have so Liscannor, we have assists from Lahinch and a Simon, who've really strengthened our club. We would have struggled for numbers for quite a long time, but thankfully there's been a lot of great work done behind the scenes from our committee, our club committee, our chairperson Cathal, and our secretary Urda, and all the rest of the committee. Anything we want, they have put in place for us, and they've got really good coaches involved. Um, who's done great work, and you can see it in the younger girls who are coming up playing. that we've become a really strong club, and there's a really good future ahead for our club. We've had great success in underage. We won the minor final last year. It was an amazing month that month. We won the intermediate county final. That was my first intermediate final win with Liscannor, and most of the other girls is also. And then 2 weeks later, we won the minor final. So yeah, it was. We'll never forget 25. Um,
I mean, I remember, seeing some of the, the posts on social media after, and I mean, it was, I mean, obviously, congratulations and wonderful for your club, but for the community, I mean, it was fantastic.
yeah, the scenes in the scanner after were unreal. Even like John Green, one of the locals, he drove us up the street and he drove the kids up in the pickup. And it was great crack. And Johnny Considine, one of the girls' dads, we were all in the back of a trailer going up. You'd only get it in the scanner. But for like the lift it gave, and for the kids, like you can see it in the younger girls. Um, they all want that now. They want to have those kind of celebrations and those days out. And if you don't have success in the club, it's hard for young people to see that and to want that. I was very lucky when I was younger. They won an intermediate championship. That's all I wanted. That's all I remembered was those nights out and the celebrations, and you want to be a part of that.
And I suppose, you have to, I suppose too, for the young girls, they see, you and your teammates and, putting in the hard work. But if you put in the hard work, there are rewards.
Yeah, exactly. And you can see they're out in their gardens practicing all the time. You see them out running. The young girls are really determined, and now they're doing what they see what needs to be done to be successful. But so it's great. But even not just for the young girls, I guess for the older generation, to have some good news and a bit of life again. And they look forward to going out to all our matches because we're doing well and it's exciting. You, you know,
Yeah.
win and breeze.
Yeah. And what do you think? I mean, I saw it, Roisin, when you were here. I mean, you're, from the top, you talked about Cahill there and the trainers and, there's Lourdes and there's Bernie and there's Ellen. And I mean, I know I've left
Yeah.
out some now, but, uh,
Tony,
sorry?
Tony and
Yeah.
Garode.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. But I mean, what works? I mean, you can see, I mean, you're so united. I mean, what's the secret?
I think it's definitely come from management.
Okay.
They've brought so much professionalism. They're so organized. They're so everything is organized for us. They treat everyone the exact same. That's another thing. Um, no one is treated different. They they look for respect, but they also show us a lot of respect. And I think because they do so much for us, it encourages us to give so much to them. They're so committed, and like they know how to speak to girls too, which is very good. And they treat everyone like with so much respect, but they also know how to get the best out of us as players. And I think because they also instill such belief into us, and we've learned so much. They do so much behind the scenes in video analysis. They've organized strength and conditioning for us. Um, the challenge matches they're organizing, and of course, with that, you need a lot of money, and we've got sponsors too who are very good to us. McHugh's, Moher Cottage, Laura's, Pilates, everyone in the local area has given to us. Um, and like the committee, whatever we want, they try their best to put it in place for us. But I definitely think a good team comes from the top. You need management who are professional and really organized and treat everyone the same. Yeah.
And I suppose it sounds like, yes, it's it's everybody in the scanner. It's the management, it's the team, it's your families, it's the you know the young players, the community. So it's everyone is going in the same direction.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Roisin, talk to us a little bit about young girls, ladies football. I mean, what do you say to young girls coming up? You know, what are some of the challenges you see, some of the things that have changed and have made the game better for girls and, young ladies?
I I think something I've learned a lot is how you talk to yourself on the field. Because no one goes out there to make a mistake. So the importance of building yourself back up when you make a mistake, and also like you can control the controllables. That's another thing. You can control how hard you work. You can control how you train outside of football. You can become an athlete by doing extra running sessions, gym sessions, eating well, recovering well. And also, you need to enjoy yourself. You can't take it too serious because if you take it too serious, it just gets on top of you. So you need to relax too and enjoy it. And another thing is just, yeah, really encouraging each other.
Yeah.
Because it's a team at the end of the day. You're not going to win anything on your own. So,
Oh, as we
yeah,
say, there's no I in team.
no.
And then what would you, I mean, here in the US and here in Boston, ladies, football is really evolving and getting stronger. Um, what, what would, how is ladies football in Ireland and, what would you hope to see in the next couple of years with ladies football?
I
In
think
general,
there,
I'm
yeah,
not say club level, but just in general for ladies football.
I think it has come a long way. We're getting a lot more exposure on social media. We're getting more supports now in terms of, well, with county you get travelling expenses. The GPA, we're now one. We were the WGPA, which is great. So we there's standards that are set, and they have from the GPA that county teams should get. Also, I suppose I think, yeah, because it's been showcased more people are attending the games. Um, the opportunities that are available, I think when you go to college, like you can get scholarships, and that's become more available to ladies now, which makes it more like you want to play because you have these opportunities. What else has changed? Um,
I think I just, that more people are talking about ladies football, and even, the fact that we are on here doing a podcast, and
yeah,
it's all good. It's all good exposure for the game.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I forgot that podcast. There's a lot more ladies now,
Mm.
even on analysis of games and stuff. There's ladies
Yeah, look at the
in.
Sunday game. I mean, when
Yeah,
I was growing up, it was all the guys
yeah,
on Sunday game on the panel on a Sunday night.
I know. Yeah, so that's another huge thing.
Yeah.
Uh,
So good work done, but more to be done, right?
yeah, there's always room for improvement. Um,
And then, Roisin, I mean, football is just one part of your life. Yeah, I mean, you work, you're a physiotherapist, as we mentioned. You work full time for the HSE. So how do you take care of yourself, and how do you balance? Because you have a rigorous training program with the club. How do you balance it all?
I'm. I think I'm quite lucky. My who I work for, they're a lovely team. And my hours are lovely. I work 8:30 to 4 Monday to Friday. Um, it's so I'm quite lucky with my hours. It works around the football schedule. I I'm quite organized in terms of my training myself. Um, I like to get up for a walk every morning too, just to have time to myself.
Okay.
Before I start my day, and I kind of like plan my day in the morning. You have to be organized with your nutrition too, generally on a Sunday evening. I prepare my meals for the week. Um, I try to get to bed early, uh, midweek, and I
So it sounds like, Roisin, you really have made a conscious, decision and effort to really, take care of yourself, give yourself some time, your walks, plan your food.
yeah, it's something you kind of learn over time. Um, that you kind of you have to be organized. I suppose I learned it when I was traveling from London
Yeah.
to Clare, what needed to be done. But I'm lucky. There's a lot of mothers playing on our team, and I don't don't know how they do it. They're amazing. You know, they leave. I don't know where they get time for themselves. Like, and they're
But I
so
suppose,
committed.
yeah,
Yeah,
and I suppose it's probably, I'm sure they're probably equally as organized, Roisin, that, they have to be, I would imagine.
maybe women are
Yeah,
you
we're
get
just
better.
poor, right? We're just very
Yeah.
organized. So, Roisin, what would you, life is not easy. There's always curveballs. What would you say to young girls, that are maybe, trying to, maybe struggling a little bit, trying to, balance college training? What advice would you give them?
Um, I suppose another thing is not to be afraid to speak to someone. Some management can be very supportive, and if you let them know what's going on in your life, they can help you. The GPA are very supportive too if you've got any challenges going on. Your teammates too.
Mm.
I think not to be afraid to talk to people. Um, and take time out for yourself too, because at the end of the day, you have to look after yourself. If you're not happy and you're going to play football, it will show. You're not going to perform as you can. Um, and I think not to take to always. I'd always say do your best. Like you can control how hard you work, but not to take it too serious either, because
Yeah, and I love how you say to take, if you have to take some time out or take a break, that it's okay, because that's not always easy now. Life is busy, and then we're glued to our phones, um,
yeah,
24/7 with social media.
yeah, I know. And like after a lot, like it's great when you're winning and you go on social media, but if you
Right.
lose
Yeah.
and you go on and it's not the nicest feeling. I would avoid social media around match times if you
Okay.
can.
Okay.
Yeah, because even on the build up, because there's previews and different people are going to have different opinions, and that's fair. So I think you're better off not feeding into any of that. Just focusing on what your management and your team, what you're saying to each other. And even after a match, to be getting to not to be spending too much time on social media, because not every day you're going to have the best day either, and
Right.
you can be hard on yourselves. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good advice and great advice for young girls.
Yeah. You learn that as you get older. Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me, Roisin, what's the schedule looking like for the summer with Liscannor, and where are you at, like competition wise?
You got me in a good week. We're
Oh, great!
yeah.
We love we
we're
love good news
we're
here at the Daw.
we're preparing for league final on Sunday.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So that's exciting. And then we'll get a week break, I imagine, and we'll prepare for the championship then. Championship starts in August, and it's a lot of the team's first year playing in senior now, so
Oh,
it's another
brilliant.
big step up and a challenge. But I think we're well ready for it.
That's great.
Mhm.
Brilliant. So that will be a busy summer, Roisin.
Yeah, it will. Exciting though. New
Very.
teams. Yeah.
No, great. Well, Roisin, this has been absolutely brilliant. We wish you the best of luck on Sunday, and we'll be cheering you on here from Boston. Thanks a lot.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having me.